God has an urgent message for you today. There's someone in your life who is desperately trying to reconnect with you. And it's not just because they miss you. There's something much deeper happening. This person feels a divine urgency to make things right with you before a major life event changes everything forever. God is revealing to you right now that their repeated attempts to reach out aren't random or casual. They're fighting against time itself, knowing in their spirit that this might be their last chance to heal what was broken between you. This message comes with divine love to help you understand the spiritual significance of their desperate efforts. As you hear these words, know that God sees the desperation in this person's heart and the confusion in yours. It's normal to feel resistant or protective when someone who hurt you suddenly wants to make amends. But remember that divine timing is at work here. This reconciliation opportunity is your chance to experience healing and closure before it's too late for both of you. You're receiving this message because there's still time to open your heart to their attempts, even when forgiveness feels impossible or their motives seem unclear. Trust that this urgent reaching out is orchestrated by heaven itself. Their desperation isn't weakness. It's their soul recognizing that something significant is about to change, and they need peace with you before that transformation arrives in their life. As you think about this person's recent behavior, take time to notice the spiritual signs that confirm their desperation to reconnect. Just like a lighthouse sends urgent signals to guide ships safely to shore, their persistent efforts are divine signals meant to guide both of you toward healing. You might notice they've been calling more frequently, sending unexpected messages, or even showing up in places where they know you'll be. These aren't coincidences. They're heaven's way of creating opportunities for reconciliation. Pay attention to the change in their tone when they reach out. Where there once was pride or stubbornness, you might now hear humility and genuine concern. Just like a river changes its course when it meets an unmovable rock, their heart has been changed by something powerful enough to break through their previous resistance. This desperation you're sensing isn't manipulation, it's their spirit, recognizing that time is running short. God is orchestrating these moments because He knows that healing needs to happen before a door closes forever. Their urgency is actually a gift, showing you that this reconciliation window won't stay open indefinitely. This reconciliation attempt is more than just someone wanting to patch things up. It's a spiritual checkpoint that God has placed in both of your journeys. There's a divine knowing working in their heart that's bigger than their conscious understanding. They can feel in their spirit that something major is shifting in their life, and they need to make peace with you before that change arrives. This isn't about them being dramatic or attention-seeking. It's about their soul responding to divine timing that they might not even fully understand themselves. God often prepares people's hearts for reconciliation before significant life transitions. Whether it's a move, a health challenge, a career change, or even a spiritual awakening, their inner being knows that going forward without resolving things with you would leave them spiritually incomplete. This urgency you're witnessing is actually their spirit crying out for wholeness before they enter their next chapter. When you pray for guidance about their attempts to reconnect, ask God to show you the spiritual significance of their timing. Heaven is revealing that their desperation isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Their heart is receiving divine instruction that this reconciliation needs to happen now, not later. As we've discussed recognizing these divine signs of reconciliation, I'd like to help you prepare for more spiritual guidance about relationships and healing. If these messages about divine timing and relationships resonate with your spirit, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to receive more spiritual insights about reconciliation and relationship healing. Pay attention to the deeper spiritual signs that confirm this person's genuine desperation to make things right with you. These aren't just surface-level behaviors, they're soul-deep changes that only divine intervention can create. You might notice they've become more humble in their approach, speaking differently than they used to when pride controlled their words. Where they once defended their position, they now admit their mistakes. Where they once blamed others, they now take responsibility for their part in the conflict. Trust your spiritual discernment about their true intentions. That quiet inner voice that helps you sense people's hearts is your connection to divine wisdom about this reconciliation opportunity. When you feel their genuine regret, when you sense their fear of losing you forever, when you notice their willingness to do whatever it takes to restore your relationship, these are sacred confirmations that their desperation is real and spiritually motivated. Their persistence isn't about wearing you down. It's about their soul recognizing that healing with you is essential for their spiritual growth. God is showing them that carrying unresolved conflict into their next life chapter would block their blessings and limit their spiritual progress. These intuitive insights about their sincerity are heaven's way of helping you discern whether their reconciliation attempts deserve your consideration. Remember, you're not navigating this reconciliation opportunity alone. God is with you, surrounding you with divine protection as you consider opening your heart to their attempts at healing. Around you stands a team of guardian angels, spiritual guides, and heavenly helpers, all working to ensure that this reconciliation serves your highest good. The desperation to reconnect is happening under divine supervision, and every part of this situation is being orchestrated for spiritual growth and healing. Feel secure knowing that God's love shields you during this vulnerable time of considering forgiveness. Each prayer you offer for guidance brings you closer to understanding whether this reconciliation aligns with heaven's plan for your life. The universe is holding both of you in its caring embrace, ensuring that healing happens only when it's spiritually appropriate and beneficial for everyone involved. This divine protection means you can approach their reconciliation attempts with an open heart, knowing that God won't allow you to be spiritually harmed by choosing forgiveness. Heaven's guidance will show you exactly how to respond to their desperation in ways that honor both your healing and theirs. Trust that divine love is working through this entire situation. Divine timing, God's perfect spiritual clock, is working in this reconciliation situation right now. When someone becomes desperate to reconnect with you at exactly the moment when both of your hearts are ready for healing, that sacred timing revealing itself. These moments show you're both connected to God's plan for relationship restoration, living in harmony with divine guidance even through past conflicts. As their desperation becomes more apparent, let it build your confidence that heaven is orchestrating this reconciliation opportunity. Each sign of their urgency confirms that spiritual forces are aligning to create healing between you. Pay attention to how this timing feels in your spirit and appreciate its significance. Their desperate reaching out isn't happening randomly. It's part of a loving divine plan to restore what was broken before time runs out. Keep your heart open to these divine messages about reconciliation timing. The more you recognize heaven's hand in their desperation, the clearer your path forward becomes. God's timing is always perfect, and their urgent need to reconnect is happening precisely when both of your souls are ready for the healing that's about to unfold. Just as you receive these divine messages about reconciliation opportunities, your support helps us continue sharing similar guidance with others facing difficult relationship decisions. A small super thanks of $5, $10, or $20 allows these important spiritual insights to reach those who are struggling with forgiveness and reconciliation decisions just like yours. As you consider responding to their desperate attempts at reconciliation, believe that this healing opportunity can lead to amazing spiritual transformation for both of you. Just like broken bones grow back stronger after proper healing, relationships that go through divine reconciliation often become deeper and more meaningful than before. God arranges these desperate reconciliation moments perfectly, even when the timing feels unexpected or challenging. Focus on the spiritual growth that comes from choosing forgiveness over resentment. When you open your heart to their genuine attempts at making amends, beautiful changes begin happening in your own spirit. Bitterness that once weighed you down starts lifting, making room for peace and joy to return. Every step you take toward considering their reconciliation brings you closer to emotional freedom and spiritual maturity. Their desperation to reconnect isn't just about them. It's about heaven creating an opportunity for both of you to experience transformation through forgiveness. Stay authentic in your response, because genuine reconciliation requires honest hearts on both sides. Your willingness to consider their attempts at healing becomes a gift to your own spiritual journey, opening doors to blessings that holding grudges would have kept closed forever. As you consider their desperate attempts at reconciliation, make it a habit to say, "I am open to divine healing in my relationships." Speak these words with complete trust each morning before you face any contact with them. This simple practice opens your heart to receive heaven's guidance about their true intentions, while protecting you from making decisions based on old hurt or fear. When confusion arises about whether to respond to their outreach, pause for a moment. Use this time to quiet your mind and connect with the divine wisdom inside you about this reconciliation opportunity. Trust that God is working everything out for both of your healing, and begin each day asking Him to show you the right response to their desperate efforts. Prayer becomes your foundation for navigating this delicate situation. When you fill your thoughts with divine guidance and spiritual discernment, you create space for miracles of healing in your relationship. Your faith in God's perfect timing is the key that unlocks the door to healthy reconciliation. Let prayer guide every decision you make about their attempts to reconnect with you. During this reconciliation process, you're not just healing personally, but also becoming someone who can help others navigate similar desperate relationship situations. This experience offers you a chance to show God's love through forgiveness and second chances. Each day gives you new opportunities to practice grace and share hope with those around you who might be facing their own reconciliation decisions. As you pray for wisdom and connect with God about their desperate attempts, remember to reach out to trusted friends who can offer spiritual counsel. Your journey through this reconciliation process can inspire and encourage others who might be struggling with similar relationship challenges. Use your experience to bring light to someone else's relationship darkness. Embrace each interaction as a chance to demonstrate Christ-like compassion, creating healing that extends beyond just you and this person. When you choose forgiveness over resentment, you're building a legacy of love that touches everyone around you. In this journey of reconciliation, we grow stronger together, supporting each other through prayer and understanding, creating a community of faith that believes in second chances and divine healing. To truly discern how to respond to their reconciliation attempts, it's important to understand the spiritual source of their desperation. Their urgent need to make things right with you isn't coming from a place of weakness or manipulation. It's coming from a divine stirring in their heart that they might not even fully understand themselves. God has been speaking to their spirit about the importance of healing this relationship before they move forward in their life. This person is experiencing what spiritual leaders call holy urgency, a God-given awareness that certain things must be resolved before they can step into their next season. Their desperation reflects their soul's recognition that carrying unresolved conflict with you would block their spiritual progress and limit their ability to receive heaven's blessings. When you see their persistent efforts through this spiritual lens, you begin to understand that their desperation is actually evidence of their spiritual growth. God has been working on their heart, showing them the damage that pride and stubbornness have caused. Their willingness to humble themselves and repeatedly reach out demonstrates that divine conviction is active in their life. This understanding helps you approach their reconciliation attempts with compassion rather than suspicion, recognizing that heaven is working in both of your hearts. In closing, As we face this opportunity for reconciliation and whatever emotions it brings, let's move forward with hearts open to divine healing. Be prepared to welcome God's guidance in your response. Face their desperate attempts with spiritual wisdom, and recognize the sacred nature of this reconciliation window. Trust in the power of prayer and in God's perfect timing for relationship restoration. You are being led toward healing that serves your highest good. Keep saying, "I am open to divine healing in my relationships," and watch as God's love guides you toward the right response to their desperate outreach. If this message has helped you understand the spiritual significance of someone's desperate attempts at reconciliation, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more divine guidance about relationships and healing. Hit the notification bell so you never miss spiritual insights about forgiveness and reconciliation. When you share this message, you help others who might be facing similar relationship decisions. Dear Lord, please give us wisdom to discern genuine reconciliation attempts and the courage to respond with grace when appropriate. Help us trust your timing in relationship healing. Amen. If this message has touched your heart or helped you understand someone's desperate attempts at reconciliation, consider showing your appreciation with a super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more. Your support helps us continue sharing these divine messages with others facing difficult relationship decisions. Please share in the comments what spiritual topics about relationships, forgiveness, or reconciliation you'd like to hear in our next video. Your suggestions help us bring you the guidance that speaks to your heart's deepest needs.